It's good that you actually talk to her, because some people may be even afraid to express how they feel. And I think unless you express it, you won't ever really know the answer unless they actually did like you as well. Which in the end, you still need to talk about
100%. And look, I definitely was scared to initiate the conversation.
Yeah, I think it's scary for everyone. But
But I mean, at the end of it, I just opened my mouth.
When you voice about it, you talk about it, it's better than you keeping it in. It's the same with sharing any of your feelings. It's good to just hash it out and talk it through. And it doesn't have to be scary or intimidating. Like it definitely is scary. But once you talk about it, I think both sides will feel better in the end. Like the other guy may be disappointed that he got rejected, but now he knows his answer.
Yeah.
Once I friend zone them and think that, oh, they like me, but I don't want anything to do with them, I don't push them away. I'm like, dude, honestly, I know people hate this where they're like, oh, we can still be friends. But genuinely, I believe that. Like, you're still young and you guys are still friends. Like, you started off as friends. Apart from not being able to progress into a relationship, like, why can't you stay at friends? Like, I get that they will need their time to kind of settle and think this through and, you know, think of their emotions and being sad and all that. But after that, I'm like, what I say is like, I'm still happy to be your friend and I'm still here if you need me. Another thing, like, if you have been in a position where you've been friend zoned, you shouldn't, like, you will feel disappointed and sad because obviously you really like this person and your feelings are valid, but don't think too much into it where you, like, kind of like ego. I don't want to say, like, you have, like, a massive ego where you wanted to have a girlfriend and show it in that kind of manner, but ego in terms of disappointed that you couldn't get a girl or you couldn't get a guy, like, a feeling, a chance that you showed your feeling and then it didn't work out the way that you thought. It's just the same as any other situation where you had hopes and dreams and it didn't work out. And it's fine, like, accept that it didn't work out, and then now you can either see if you have potential to move forward as friends, or you just, like you do, you move away from that person and move on.
And look, after a few dates or whatever it is, it's good to ask certain questions where that person can reciprocate or provide an answer which gives you an indication as to which direction or route he is willing to go.
Yeah.
And that ultimately gives you the answer as to, okay, am I willing to push this further or is this a stop zone?
Yeah. What do you think would give someone the encouragement to keep going and keep pursuing?
Look, there's no, like, from my point of view, right, there's no clear definition as to whether that person is worth the wait or not. Ultimately, that's up to that particular person to make that call. And
their feelings, like how strong of a feeling that they have.
Because I think things happen for a reason, okay? So you've got to really make that call depending on your current situation, where you're at in your life. What do you really want from a relationship? Do you understand yourself as an individual first? Because if you don't understand yourself first, then how are you going to understand you in a relationship?
No, that's a good point. I think even though you got friend zone and you still want to continue to pursue, don't forget to keep working on yourself too and just keep growing. And over time, as you grow and change and evolve, that person may eventually see something in you. And I think that persistency also does help, as long as it's not like a seedy, creepy, like, you know, thing where you're like trying to be creepy or something, but the persistency of always trying to be there for that person or trying to help them and still working on yourself can actually show through and make the other person end up liking your character.